Welcome back! My name is ballerscuba. This is Video Games Overtime! We are still in 1987 and we are still in East. When we last left off, I said I was going to be doing some level grinding. I have done that. I did get a new piece of equipment along the way. Let's go ahead and kill the goo. It's very easy to kill people these days, at least out here. Let's check my inventory and see what I did pick up. I picked up a new shield, the middle shield, and that increased my defense. I wasn't able to get the highest level of equipment that was available in town. It was just simply too expensive. I think that I would need somewhere in the range of like 16,000 gold. I got 4. So it just didn't seem worthwhile for me to continue grinding for those things. So I think that we will be fine as is. I did a little bit of testing just because it's a different version. So what am I doing? I might actually be a little over leveled. I might not have needed to get up to level 5 here, but I did anyway. We have an HP of 100 as a result, 115 strength, 110 defense, and we do have 1600 experience in order to get up to level 5. It doubles pretty much every time. So, longsword, middle shield, plate mail, that should be good enough. So, with that said, let's head into the palace and try to more fully explore the palace. I know this little entrance I kind of skipped exploring. Let me actually show it off. That is the entrance. There's nothing here other than the statues. As far as I can tell, there's nothing I can do with this. At least not yet. Why would this exist? Why is it sticking out like that? No, can't do anything. All right, so let's head back to the teleport and we will head in here. Remember that we got the treasure chest in the top right corner here, the northeastern corner. If you didn't pick that up, it was a ruby that is sold for 1,200 gold. So if you want it, I would recommend it. But if you're like me, you want to cut the grinding that you're doing. Here's another treasure chest. Unfortunately, it is locked and we do not have the key. So we need to figure out where we need to go. And that is actually to the southwestern corner. There's pretty much nothing else here for us. So let's try to figure out how to get down there. It's a little difficult to see at times because you can go through walls if there's a door there, but you kind of have to figure out where the door is and stand above it, right? But eventually you can make it through here. There we go. To another locked door, but we have the key for this one, so let's head inside. And what you want to do is, well, you want to drop a save, because this is a scary looking room, right? There's a reason it looks pretty scary. And then you walk up to the inscription on the wall, and that will trigger the event. It's boss time! We're up against this guy. I believe his name is Ankarat. If we're going with Egyptian naming conventions, Ankarat would be female, but I believe they are going for male here. So basically what's happening is that the enemy is showing up and disappearing, but not really attacking. The only thing that can really hit you are the fire that is coming at you from the sides. So what I like to do is hang out in the middle, just wait for Ankarat to show up in the middle, and then go for the attack. And if I can time it right, there we go. I can do it in 2 hits. So yeah, every time you hit the fire, you'll take a little bit of damage, but otherwise, not too difficult of a fight. Like I said before, though, if you hang out, you don't normally get a heal. Because it was a boss fight, we did get the heal, but from this point forward, if you get into fights, you need to heal, you need to leave the palace in order to do that. So we will have to do that eventually, I am sure. Let's head forward to the 2nd floor of the palace. And now we actually have enemies. Yeah, I might be overleveled. It's rare that the original version is easier than one of the later versions, but that seems to be the case right now because I've been told that there are some struggles, and I'm like, I'm not really encountering those right now. They're not really hitting me, and I'm hitting them pretty hard. You know, I'm one-shotting them as long as I don't hit their shield. Yeah, the second floor here is fairly complicated. We are just going to have to explore as we can. This is a very fast-paced exploration game compared to what I am used to. We go down this way. That was the dead end. I think we've been there already. Oh, there's something this way, though. Is it just an enemy? Getting a lot of experience out of this, though. We're already up to 23, almost 2,400. Remember, we started at like 16. A lot of that was the boss, but still. These guys are worth 40 each. Would have saved me a lot of time to get 40 instead of 4. But I have my ways. Alright, we have this here. Can't do anything with that. I don't see a point in not taking them out. They're not giving me as much gold as I would like, unfortunately. But we are making progress through the level after all. That is still locked. How dare you show me a treasure chest and not give me a way to open it? And I think that's most of the level explored here. Another treasure chest. Still locked. What I want to do is go to the southwest corner, I believe. It's the only treasure chest that I have not seen. I was hoping to get there before, but it didn't quite work out that way. So let's see how I get to the southwest corner here. Is there... Yeah, that's where I was. Try going up and more to the left. Yeah, they won't let me go that way. Nothing there. Ah, I missed this passage right there. Very easy to miss. Oh, still further. This will take me where I want to go. Yep, there's even more for me to explore down here. I did say that those doors were difficult to find. I apparently did not lie. Okay, we'll go through that. Didn't even really see the enemy, but it didn't hit me, so it's fine. There we go. And we got ourselves the jail key. Is that what it's called in other versions? Probably not. But that is what we are going to need. Sometimes they call it prison key. Same thing. Jail key, prison key. What are you? How... He hit me? That's not allowed. 6 HP gone. Yeah, much more difficult enemy than the others that we have faced. Alright, let's see if I can make our way to the other treasure chest from down here, or if I need to go kind of up and around. Let's see. Trying to cut it short, but like I said, exploration just goes so fast. And every version of the game is going to be slightly different. Oh, it's 94, right? That's just where I was. It would help if I kept track of that. Come on. There we go. Let's go up the right passage there. And is there any way for me to kind of get back up top so I can get access to the other ones? That's fine. We're close to the next level already. I like that. Alright, then over here, locked still. Thought we would have the key for that one. Okay, so we do need to kind of go back around. I'll take you out if you're still here. And we get ourselves another level. What are we up to now? 135, 130. So still significant increases every time that happens. Anyway, if I go further right, that's what you like to do. Sneak up on them that way. And there we go, another key for us. This is sometimes called the chest key, I believe. But this one is the treasure box key. Yeah, they're still going down pretty fast. We'll go back and get all the treasure chests. Don't you worry about that. Nope, still not a dead end. I can make it down. All right, we don't want to go further that way. That's not where we want to go. We want to head back and get the treasure chests that we couldn't open before, now that we have the keys necessary for it. I'm gonna have to remember how I get there. The fact that I'm defeating these enemies without taking damage is still very nice. Yeah, barely on screen for me to see. Wasn't it this? No, it was one more this way, then up, and no, that's the one I was trying to get. This one we opened, that's the one we couldn't get before. Yeah, this layout is quite confusing for a jail. You would think that it would be much more organized and easy to keep track of, basically, in order to make sure that all the prisoners stay where they need to go. Okay, that's how we get to this one. And over here, gotta go in the front. And we got the silver bells. Very nice. We are getting ahead of ourselves. There's definitely some other things that we need to get, but we got the silver bells. We can turn that into the mayor of Zepik. He will be happy. Up to 4,000 gold already. Yeah, it should have been doing my level grinding in here, I guess, but I would have had to defeat the boss to do that. Can I make it? Yeah, this way. There's a lot of things that this game has going well for it. Like, I usually save this kind of stuff for the end. The music is really good, but one of the things that is already annoying me are these doors. It's like, what do you mean I have to be, like, I have to push up against the wall just to see if I can even go that way? Not a fan. Alright, so let's head back up and open up some of these other treasure chests here. Did I branch off a little bit too soon there? I sure did. Need to go up more sets of stairs. Okay. You have to be up, like I said, up against the wall to see. And even then, it's just barely visible. Okay, let's head... Yeah, let's head back out all the way. And I believe that I should have what I need to get the treasure chest that's out here. Now this should be permanently unlocked for us. There it is. Line up just right. Sometimes it all moves a little bit too quick for me. There we go. And then, yeah, it's... I feel like it's easier going forwards than it is backwards. I don't know. Okay, this way, and there is the treasure chest that I wanted to get. And we got ourselves the ring mail. This will, oh, we do heal here. Interesting. I was told I had to go all the way outside. All right, let's go ahead and equip this. This is a ring, not ring mail. I didn't actually equip it. Let's actually go back and do that. There we go. Ring mail will cut the damage you receive in half. So absolutely worthwhile. And we got a heal as a result, so definitely worthwhile to go back. We have many more treasure chests to get, though. This way. And back down here, all the way to the left. No? Yeah. Getting ahead of myself again. Okay, back through here. And now we're on the second floor. Okay. Now, there were treasure chests on the right side here. Let's see if I can open those with my dual sets of keys. There is a part of me that already wonders, will this prison key work in every prison in the world? And I believe it does. Not sure how many there are, but I have a feeling that there's going to be certain things that we can open now that we have this key. I thought there was one up here. I was wrong. But you know, the experience that I get along the way is not going to be bad. Because I believe before our next boss fight, spoilers, there's a next boss fight, we want to be level 10, and that's kind of the next level check. So any help that I get there will be good. One was also supposed to be a little bit difficult, but once again, it seems like this version is easier than some of the later versions, which is rare. Alright, and we got ourselves the necklace. The necklace is an item that is for sale. That's what it's for. And it'll get you 500 gold. So, not a ton. Enough for our next upgrade, but not by itself, right? Just compared to everything else that we have been doing. Okay, so I think that is it. Oh, no. That was immediately proven wrong. There we go. This is the Mask of Eyes. We will need this to make progress in the game. Okay, so from the Mask of Eyes, let's go a little bit to the right. So there is one more. One more treasure chest for me. They say it's like, oh, just in the southern part, but maybe I have to go even further south here. These enemies, they go down so fast. One hit. Is this the first game where I maybe didn't need to do any level grinding? No, but it was nice that it worked out so well for me. Alright, so there's nothing there, but there is something here. And I think we just keep going this way. And one more treasure chest should be waiting for us somewhere. If I don't find it soon, I will cut until I do. At least figure out how to get there. But yeah, it said the southern central portion. What does that mean? There we go. Is it absolutely vital? No. But is it a treasure chest and therefore I want to grab it? Yes. Let's try going up here. Right, we got those two. Toughest enemy in the game so far for us, and it still doesn't even really touch us. Feel, once again, over-leveled for this, but this is the level I was told. Let's try that section. No, that's that one that I grabbed. There should be one more. Like I said, one more. feel like this, yeah, this was the way kind of leading out and down, and that's not where I want to go. All right, so well, let's try going down there. Let's try going this way. Yeah, that's a whole different screen. Uh-oh. Enemies are actually doing damage to me, and it's a significant chunk. That was 5 out of 120. He hit me again. They only seem to hit me once at this point. Okay, so I don't think this is where I'm supposed to be just yet, so hold on while I try to figure out where this last treasure chest that I want is. Alright, as far as I can tell, I've done a little bit of exploring, tried to do more research. As far as I can tell, that last treasure chest doesn't exist in this version of the game. So we are just going to move on and see what else I can find. And there is something else to find. We're going to do some backtracking though. There is an important thing that happens on this floor, but I do need to make quite a bit of a journey to go get it. I've been saving it a bit. There we go. Access to the higher levels. And we'll get a heal along the way because it's just how this game works. And yeah, there's a lot of backtracking. We need to basically go back to the beginning of the game to get, like, upgrade weapons and stuff like that. But we also have, well, some things to turn in, right? There we... Nope. There. Shouldn't be as difficult as it was for me. There... In the northeastern part of this level should be a cell for us to unlock with the jail key. And there's somebody important in there if I can make it here. Who designed this jail? Right, so we went over here before. Oh, let's see, didn't we go this way? There we go. This is now unlocked. Oh. Yeah, once again, I have that she was supposed to be in that one. Alright, she's in this one. Hi. You've come to save me, haven't you? I can't believe that I'm going to get out of here. My name is Fina. I've been locked up here for a long time now. Look, we can chat later. I'll attract the attention of the monsters and you wait for a chance to sneak out and escape. If you go to the town of Zepik at the base of the mountain, I think you'll be safe. Now, I must go. And now, she should be following us. Yeah? Hello? We're just gonna assume that she's starting to follow us. We can also go into this one. Like I said, I had that she was supposed to be in this cell, not that right cell. So she's not following us at all. Maybe that's just a programming thing, but we are going to essentially leave at this point. Because that's what makes sense. We told her we were going to get out of here, so let's get out of here. Be a lot better if you were following me in any way, but I guess we will just move on. We'll see if this works. Alright, back to the first floor where there are no enemies and I can get my health back. Sure, we'll just wait to get my health back. I do have enough for the next upgrade. I kind of want to get the next weapon, which is either 5,000 or 6,000. So either way, I'll be fine. Plus we have something to sell, so it'll be good. But let's get all the way out of here. We need to go to the town of Zepik eventually, but I don't think that's going to be our first stop. Instead, wait. I've been avoiding the gold statues for a bit while I was searching for the treasure chest. I'm like, wait, no, I actually want to use this one. Okay, so outside we go. And on our way back to Zepik, we will defeat some easy enemies, I guess. I mean, they're here. We will... Actually, no, we do want to go to the right first. It is right from here. We want to go to the Thief's Den. The Thieves' Den? I think it was multiple Thieves' Den. And there, we can get a little bit more information about the mask that we picked up. There we go. Back to the bridge. And there we can find out, like, these guys were so nice to us after they found out we weren't, or they weren't stealing anything. Well, we found that out, but they knew. You got a funny little item there. You found that mask in the shrine? If you put it on, you'll be able to see hidden doors. So it says, Goban. And there is our clue for how to make even more progress. There is more progress to be made, of course, in the palace. We didn't fully explore it. We kind of made it to what many people call the 4th floor, but it felt like the 3rd floor for me. And that was basically as far as we were willing to go because enemies were starting to hit us fairly hard. We are still level 6, I believe. Yeah, level 6. I'm supposed to get up to about level 8 at this point, but even getting to level 7 will be a huge deal. So I'll probably get that, not necessarily on the way to all of our locations, but we'll get close. You get a lot of enemies while you're backtracking. But we do have a couple new things to show off, one of which I could have showed off before, but I didn't really feel the need to. So we can head down here, back to town. Well, the village, I guess, of Zepik. There's not really a lot going on here. I believe that the mayor's town was towards the bottom. There's only like 2 places I can go into. Oh, that's too far. Way too far. These towns are smaller than I remember. I know there's one up here. Like I said, there's only like 2 buildings I can even go into. I don't think this is the right one, but we'll try it. Is this the mayor's place? Ah, it is! Oh, are those our bells? It was those thieves, wasn't it? You say it was in the shrine basement. Strange, I can't imagine why. Anyway, I must thank you. Please take this ring. It is a family heirloom. It can make you even stronger. And we get the power ring. This one will, I believe, double the amount of damage that you deal to enemies. Very nice. I probably will keep the ring mail on, the defensive ring, instead of the power ring. Oh, by the way, don't equip the mask unless I tell you to. It has specific uses, and when you have it on, you can't see enemies. At least all the enemies. So gotta be careful of that. But I'm gonna stay more defensive. After all, if I die, well, if I lose all my health, I just die, and that's it. That's game over. Start from the beginning. It just respawns you at the beginning of the game. So don't die. That's my advice. But the power is useful in certain spots, but ultimately the defense is going to be better for me. Oh, we did get the level up thanks to the completion of the quest. So we're up to level 7, 155 strength, 140 defense. As you can see, it's going to take us a bit to get up to level 8, but considering that I was told to get up to level 5 to defeat that enemy and the enemies that we found, and they were being one-shot, I think I can risk it at level 7. We'll see what we can do, though. We need to head all the way back to Minea, because there's really a couple things to do here. Well, one that's relatively important, and one that is just for information. I believe this is the new spot. Let's head in here, and no, this is Ormond's Bar. We have seen Ormond's Bar. Is it? It was somewhere around here. Maybe it's to the right. This spot here. Is this it? It is! Klaus's clinic has opened up. So you can heal, you can buy medicine, or you can leave. I'm just gonna leave. I need to save all my money. I need all my money right now, and healing, of course, can just be waited out. Like, you can just find a safe spot and stand there, and you'll be fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and purchase the tower. Very nice. Did I feel like I skipped the description. I thought I talked about it before. There are many blades like the tower. I hear they may be a product of the Far East. Not enough money. Because I already bought it. Let's go ahead and equip it. Well, let's check our stats first, because this is another upgrade. So we're talking 155 to... $165. So not quite a 10% increase, but still a significant number, right? That's still meaningful at this point in the game. But what else I can do is I can sell some things here in town. Actually, I think just the one thing. I feel like I've done so much more than I've actually done. Having our health bar over halfway across, that is nice. I have a feeling that it'll double up, but we can deal with that later. All right, let's sell items. We will sell the necklace that we picked up. My, that has seen better days. Not a single inlaid gem. I could give you about 500 gold for it. Let's go ahead and sell. Now we're up to 2,000. And let's do a quick check before we leave. How much am I going to want before I can reasonably purchase the next item, right? The next upgrade while we're here, because coming all the way back here does take some time after all. What are we talking about? All right, so for the reflex armor, 5,000. For the large shield, it is 6,000. So I need 11,000 more total. So yeah, if the guide, when they said if you want the best equipment money can buy, they made any sort of money, that would have taken so long, and I'm already feeling a little over-leveled at points. Okay, so that is our backtracking done. Let's head back to the palace. Like I said, the guide recommends that I get up to level 8 at this point, but we'll see if we can wing it at level 7. After all, enemies are not necessarily fleeing from me, but they don't last long when I hit them. It is nice to feel very powerful. I do enjoy that. Just wish that they would die as I walked by so I didn't have to go and chase them down a little bit. But it's not too bad. Let's go very quickly here. How dare you? Okay. All the way to the right. Oh, almost missed the reball. Okay, back to the town of Zepik, which is through here. What is that, 5,700 experience, basically? It's gonna take a while. But I don't really feel the need to do level grinding. We can wing it. We'll be fine. It's probably not, but I'm gonna do what I can. Didn't want to talk to you. Oh. You're new. One of our fellow thieves, Doji, went missing in Dharm Tower not long ago. He really is gone? I'd like to at least be able to lay a flower on his grave to pay respects. Or anything else, this thought weighs greatly on my heart. There you go. A little bit more dialogue that we missed before, because everybody looks the same, and they roam so wide. Hard to keep track of them sometimes. Okay, in here we go. And back to this one. And no, it's... Which way was it? No, it was like down this way. And that way. Eventually I hope to make this journey faster, but Right now, this is what we got. Oh, I forgot to talk to... hopefully Fina made it out, right? Yeah. Forgot all about that, because she didn't follow me. We do need to go back to Zepik and see if we actually did rescue Fina, or if I'm missing something that the game is not showing me, which is entirely possible, because I believe in the version that I played before, like, she just followed you, you know, like a normal person. But maybe I'm misremembering that as well. I just don't remember it being an issue. So let's head back to Zepik here and see if Fina is showing up. She wouldn't be in the mayor's house, she would be in Jeba's house, which is the only other house that I could get into. And hopefully she's there. Is it further to the right? There it is. That's the one. Alright. Fina, you here? She is! That girl you released from the shrine is here! Jeba, not long ago I heard a village girl say something strange. She heard a strange voice in the field. I wonder if the voice may have been the rhoda trees. I heard that long ago people could talk to plants. If you could talk to the ancient trees, I wonder if they might have some useful insight. Fina! You're safe, thank goodness. Seems I am able to stay in this wonderful home for some time. Why was I locked up in that shrine, you ask? When I try to remember, my head hurts. That's not all that much information. Alright, so let's just go ahead and go. But she made it. That's the important thing. She glitched out of there just fine. I distracted the monsters the whole time, I swear. That was my end of the bargain after all. I should point out that, like, I noticed the screen tearing too. Well, not necessarily tearing, but it doesn't, like, all update at the same time. That's happening on my game as well. That's not an artifact of the recording or editing process. That's just how the game is. So let's head in and see if I can't do some work on the, what they're calling the 4th floor, but feels like the 3rd floor to me. Eventually I'll remember how to do this. And then down through here. Come on, Adol. We have adventuring to do. And hopefully like 5,000 experience to get. So yeah, this is like the 1st floor, then this is the 2nd floor. I don't know. They're not very good with the nomenclature a lot. There we go. Okay, so where I want to go is down this way. Because we have dealt with all of this. Right, isn't it like to the right and down first? Then I can go left eventually. Eventually I wanted to get to the left-hand corner, so I feel like I've gone the wrong way. Let's go left then, even though it was so narrow this way. I think that's why I avoided it for so long. And around this way, and south. Okay. That leads us where we want to go. Down to what I'm still considering the 2nd floor. Like, there was not really a transition, it was just stairs kind of leading down. Then we can go to the southeastern edge to lead us to the next floor. And I don't have treasures or keys to get, so it's a lot faster. But it's still confusing. Ah, I got hit. How dare you. Okay, this should lead... Yeah, this looks very familiar to me. Okay, down here. And then I believe the way forward was... I think it was on the left side, but I think I have to work... No, this is already where I need to be. Okay, so this is the 3rd floor. This is where I'm supposed to do the grinding. And what I'm supposed to do is use the teleports. Well, look what we have here. We already have a treasure chest. And as a result, we got ourselves the ivory key. Interesting. I'll take it, don't get me wrong, I'll take it. It's not where I thought it would be. But we'll continue on. And we'll see if I can't find a teleporting statue somewhere around here. I remember there being one, yeah, down here. Ooh, really tough had to be there. You want to make sure you line that one up, right? I've had some difficulty with that. No, all right, well, we got him. It is too hard there. Okay. Then we can head up here. Just, yeah, be a little off center. That's the best way to do it. And that is the heal potion. That is not the one that I was looking for before, I don't believe. But we got what we came for there. So we got the heal potion. Okay, so now we can backtrack a little bit, go past the... No! Oh my god. Alright, he hit me pretty hard, but we're fine, I guess. Would really like more experience for somebody that hits me that hard, but what do I know? Like I said, this is where I'm supposed to kind of level grind until level 8, but I'm hoping to avoid that. Let's head here. And we got through it. He's not... Okay, he's not dead. Now, let's try it once again to be a little off-center. Just let him walk into me until he dies. That's a strategy. Then we can head up here and get... the silver shield. Okay. Let's go ahead and equip that. So now I don't even need to purchase it. I got it. All right. I forgot to check upgrade. So from 140, it's probably another 10, but we will double check. 140 to 160. It's a 10-point increase. That is very nice. Now, I need to move on again. There's a part of me that wants to go back and heal. That's lined up? Yeah. No! Well, I got him. And he didn't hit me. It's fine. It's all fine. That is not a path out. I have to find a different path. For whatever reason, not only does he look like a lion to me, he looks specifically like the Cowardly Lion. So it's weird that he hits so hard. Right, just down a little bit. There we go. Alright, hit me a little bit, but it's not too bad, I don't think. Okay, now we can go this way, which will lead us back. If I stand here and he comes to me, then... No! Then I win. But he hit me first. Knocked me back. Okay, I mean, we're getting experience, don't get me wrong, but... hoping for more or better. There is another treasure chest somewhere around here. I saw it back there, but I don't believe I have access to it from this particular part. If I get hit again, I probably need to retreat and get a heal and then come back. Let's try the right side. We're getting there. How do I get that one? We might have to move on and hope that there's a teleport later on to deal with that. Yeah, at this point, I think it's better if I left and came back. After I got a heal, I will meet you right back here. Back up to full health. Let's see what I can do. I was hoping to get up to level 8 by now. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. We just have a little bit more to do in this dungeon before another boss. Spoilers, there are more bosses in the game. Let's see, do we have anything down here? We do. So, like, where do we go? That's a good question, right? We've kind of explored everything that, of course, I got hit in the stupid way. We've basically explored everything that we can in terms of the normal area, but there's a little bit more that we can do. Really? There, okay. Went too far. Not this statue. I need to go back to the previous statue. The first statue, if we warp it, through it, I should say. Sure. Okay. We got that treasure chest on the left, but there is this statue on the right, and it doesn't seem to have any significance. But of course it does, it's just not something that is apparent. Like right there, that'd be a good spot for a door. Let's see if I can reveal one. What we need to do is equip the Mask of Eyes. Now allow us through there. Notice that I can no longer see enemies when I have the mask on. So once we have made it through, I'm going to unequip it. And that will allow me to make more progress. Now there is a warping statue up here. That is ultimately where we want to go. But in the meantime, we are going to go around and head to other areas. I want the kill. Is he? All right, he is dead. It didn't look like we were on top of each other for a second there. Not the worst health, but I was hoping for more. Okay, through this statue here, at the end of that little journey, we can find the marble key. I believe, how many keys are we up to here? I believe that's 5 keys that we are up to. But we need it. We need all the keys. Oh, that is just mean. Oh, they spawned me like in a spot where I was going to get hit. Oh, that is not cool. There's the part of me that wants to go back and get the heal after that. Like 140 was fine, 120. Now we're down to 117. You know what, we'll move on. So here's all the marble. And we will see what I can do. I do have enough gold to get the next item upgrade. So we'll test something out and see if it works out well for us. If it doesn't, I will backtrack and try to get a level, try to get the health, try to get all that kind of stuff, and I'll take care of that off screen. So let me drop a save using the official save in the game. And then I'll do another one outside of that because I don't trust the official saves. Not on a computer this old. Save done. Let's head through the scary doors, then through another set of scary doors. Oh, it is. That can only mean one thing. This has been sealed by a strong power. Was hoping for an upgrade, not gonna happen. Let's head up, and I think we know what's coming here. It's another boss time. This is Worm. Worm is either easy or difficult, depending on how things go for you. Basically, you want to not touch the head of Worm, and that is easier said than done. Yeah. What I'm gonna have to do, I believe, is, because it looks like I got down to maybe around half health. I'm going to have to do a little bit of backtracking, maybe some level grinding, get another level, get another upgrade in terms of defense, and we'll see what I can do. By the way, here's the game over screen, and yeah, it just says initial start, and it takes you to the beginning of the game. I don't want to do that, so I'll meet you on the other side when I have properly leveled and equipped. Alright, that is done. Not too long here. Can I hit the button? Thank you. Basically just went back to town to get the next level of armor, which is the reflex. That was the next one that I could afford, and I got up to level 8. So I have 185 strength, 180 defense. So yeah, we have the Talwer, the silver shield, and the reflex armor, and the ring mail. I think that will be helpful. So let's head in and see what I can do with just kind of this one level up of upgrades here. Let's see what we can do against Worm. And it is boss time. Notice that he hit me and no damage got done. Get your tail over here. Yeah, one level. Now it feels like I'm completely over-leveled. Right? Just the one level is intense. Maybe I was supposed to be at the last one, but I felt like even his movement patterns were a lot simpler this time. Like, that was insane. How much of a difference that was. I tested it. Like, is this going to be enough? Yes, it absolutely is. I don't understand. But as a result of that fight, we got our first Book of East. Remember that we were told there were 6 of those that we were going to need. There is 1, which means that there's another key for us to get if there's 6 lined up there. Wish there was a way for me to go over and look at it, but there isn't as far as I can tell. So that's it, we're done here. We can leave. So you can use the wing if you bought one. I'm still trying to save my money for upgrades and things like that. So let's go out the long way, which is the way that I had to do it last time. So this is going to be hopefully quick if I can remember the way to get there this whole way. But yeah, the game really values levels. That's what I can say about that. That guy goes down fast, and let's put on the mask here. Go all the way down and quickly take that off just in case the other enemy shows up and wants to attack me. Nope. Nothing doing there. Is this the way? Yep, that's the way. And no need for me to try to get experience at this point anymore, although I maybe need to get up to level 9 or 10 in order to get to the next boss based on what I can see. So let's head out of here. I believe it is up this way, and then nope, so close. Thought I had it. I'm thinking of a different floors layout. These floors are very confusing still. There we go. So this one. And it feels like I do have a lot of gold, but no. No. I don't think there's too much more I can purchase at this point, so maybe I'll start thinking about other things, but I'll show what everything looks like at the shop. Because there's a couple interesting things that we'll say about the weapons and armor. Well, at least the armor, right? Because there's still a couple things that it looks like they are trying to sell. I think I've done that every time. Just, all right, where do I go? So let's try down this way. That is also the wrong way. I just did this and I still am like, I don't know, this place is not fun to travel around. Right, that's that. So there's got to be a way down from here that I'm not seeing. Yeah, there it is. Just didn't go down far enough. And once again, like one level, and now all of a sudden the enemies are a lot weaker than they were before. Just feels like just that little bit, right? And all it took was me going to town and coming back. Like, I didn't grind at all. Just killing enemies on the way there was enough to give me the experience I needed to get up to level 8. That was it. That was all that I needed to do. And there we go. Damn it. And through here. Because we have a little bit more work to do, I'm just going to head back to Zepik and to Minea, and then we'll probably call it. And then we'll try to get ready for the next dungeon, which is a place that we have been before. Well, spoilers, the next dungeon's going to be the mines. But I don't need to head there just yet, because we need to talk to Jeba, I believe her name is, about how we got one of the books. She said that she was hoping to get them. Maybe we can go talk to the seer as well. I don't think I have to. I don't think I have to do any of that, but we're going to. Alright, back to the Zepik screen. Let's avoid you. Don't need to talk to you. Don't really care about the thieves anymore. I believe that they will just only tell me about the mask from here on. Goban, I think his name was. No need to talk to him. So we'll head all the way down here and go see Jeba here. We'll see if there's any information that either one of these people will give us at this point. Jeba! Ah, that is a book of Ys. I imagine you can't read it. Shall I read it for you? Please do. I only have this one. It is the Book of Hadal that I have. Ys flourished due to the creation of Claria ore, Solomon Shrine towering high in the mountains, showing that prosperity. But suddenly disaster came. Apparently that's it. Alright, then we refuse. Fina, you're safe, right? That's no new information for us. Okay, so we have that done. Let's go check out, basically, I think the rest that we can do in Minea, except for purchase healing items and wings and stuff like that. But we will see. There it is. I always like testing things out in games, just like, hey, anybody ever try this? And then it turns out, yes, of course. Especially considering that this is a version of the game that I don't believe a guide exists for, at least in English. And I wasn't able to find one, at least. So I'm going off other stuff and hoping that it's reminiscent. It's not. The only maps I can find are for much, much later versions, and they're just completely different dungeons by that point. Which we have seen before, right? We talked about that with Dragon Quest, where it was just completely different. Not even close to the same. And this one, it's more similar, but it's still not nearly as close as I would like. Okay, so couple things here, right? Let's head over to this shop, the pawn shop here. I don't think I have anything to sell to him. I know I don't. But he has the sapphire ring, the wing, the mirror, and the silver armor. Can I purchase silver armor from you? Bought a while back. By whom, you ask? I seem to recall it was a guy in a dark cloak. Had this pale glow. He seemed kind of shady. Alright, so Pim doesn't have information that I need. Well, he doesn't have the armor that I want, but he has a little bit of information about a potential bad guy, right? There's a guy in a cloak that seems to be going around and scaring people and stuff like that. And we've gotten everything at the weapon shop, so let's check out the armor shop. If I try to buy Reflex, Reflex is said to be the lightest armor out there. I don't need to buy it because I already did, and it's equipped. Silver armor, how much for that? That armor has already been purchased. What sort of person bought it? You know, I don't quite recall. What about the shield? Some little brat ran off with this shield the other day. Sorry. And then I picked it up. So there's no need for me to get the large shield because I skipped it and have the better one. So then the last person that I want to talk to is the seer. I believe her name is Sarah. And then we'll try to figure out what we can do from here. Seems like I'm not going to be able to purchase any more upgrades. I am fully decked out here in town. You must be Adol. I have awful news, I'm afraid. Someone has murdered Sarah, that poor girl. Please take this book. Sarah entrusted it to me in case something happened to her. In her dying breaths, I heard that she said to go to the old mine. And we got ourselves a second Book of Ys. Is this in my guide? It is not. Okay. I got it. Hooray. So we got a second Book of Ys. I was not expecting that to happen. Legitimately, I was not expecting that to happen. So they've made some changes over the years to this game. Spoilers, once again. There are so many versions of this game. I like just this one. I think there's 5, and then there's like a comp pack, and there's like 5 or 6 more of those. Like in total, there might be somewhere between 10 and 15 different versions of this game going around. So that's one of the reasons I am very happy to be playing the original game, the original version here, because I'm not sure what I would have done because there were so many upgrades over the years to so much of this. But to be honest, I'm having a good time. This is fun. There's a couple things here and there. The leveling is a little weird, especially, but that is nice to see that this is still fun. So we got a second Book of Ys. We might as well translate it, right? Let's head over to the right and try to get that translated. Like, Jebba, do you have anything to say about any of this? And also, is somebody investigating the murder of your seer? Alright, please do. Read from Tova. Ys was led by its 6 sages and the 2 goddesses. The goddesses gave our lives meaning and served as a symbol for Ys itself. Interesting. Fina? You have anything to say? You both have blue hair. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so we have made significant progress today, but that is going to have to do it for this part of Ys. We will pick up at the next dungeon next time. We'll see if I need to do any grinding. I will test it out. But that is going to do it for this part of Ys. I have been ballerscuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. I hope you laughed, I hope you learned, and I hope to see you next time when we go into the mines. Thanks for watching.